It's on, everybody.
Who do you
Alright.
Alright.
Y'all ready?
A little bit there. There we go.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. I gotta stay out the way for this.
Alright. We ready?
With the
Yes!
paper.
Yes!
I believe
How's
you
it going,
won last
everybody?
time.
Did I win last time with you guys?
No, he won.
Oh,
So now
Redemption.
it's 1-1. Yeah,
Redemption.
it's
All
1-1.
right. How's it going, everybody? I'm Julio Sanchez,
Andrew Cliff.
Jonathan Benish.
I'm Deion Young.
and this is Communities Connected. We are at episode 30.
3-0 in this house today.
Hey, congratulations for that, by the way.
Oh,
Bro,
thank you.
thank you.
And thank you for
Straight
being
up.
here.
Oh, no
Like,
problem.
we had
Yeah.
no idea this was going to happen today, so we got super excited. As soon as I got to practice, I called Dayon. I was like, hey, do we have the one person who's going to join us? It was originally going to be Andrew. And he's like, better I have another person.
Yep.
So I was just extra excited to come here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a good few days.
Man, it's been awesome. Today was freaking sweet. It was like a little bit muggy out, but it was nice and bright. And then as soon as we started talking earlier, we had set up a chance to talk to some very nice people who are also helping out the community that you might hear from soon.
Yeah, that's
And we also talked to some homies and found out that they could come chill with us. So today's been exciting, man.
Win-win.
That's what it is.
Yeah, between yesterday and today, man, and with this being episode 30, I actually got some really good feedback. I was super excited yesterday after the episode. Went to practice. My coach was talking about how he's been watching us. Great
Oh, yeah.
job. A few of our teammates were saying that's awesome that we're doing it. It was just great to hear feedback from them. Made me feel good. Just thought I'd pass it on to you guys, and especially you two too, because a lot of them are talking about your guys' episode, how you guys
Yeah.
came in and added quality. Like that was phenomenal.
Like I just told you when I walked in here, I had multiple people talk to me about not even just my episode specifically, just watching you guys and just saying, yeah, dude, like
Oh.
from my family to just peers on the street. So you can see the numbers going up. And like I said, congratulations not just on episode 30, but just progressing as you do.
Oh,
on
man,
episodes.
thank
Just
you.
The advancements, all that. I really like it. I
Thank
love
you,
it.
thank you,
Yeah,
man.
no problem.
Yeah, this is
Really love it.
great.
So Andrew, how was your day?
It was good. It was a little long, but it's over with. Keep on going. You know, most people say how many hours you got in a day. I guess I'm on hour 18.
There you
Mhm.
go.
Keep on going. You know?
Damn
I
right.
like it.
Hour 18. Keep on going.
Persistence. That's
Yes.
awesome.
I mean, other than that, you know, just fit in. Got some soup when I got here. I mean,
Hey.
eat
Man,
that.
Oh, yeah.
shout out to Julio. That was some bomb soup. Man,
Welcome,
that was
guys.
great. That was great.
Oh man.
Hospitality at its finest.
I love soup, man.
Oh man.
If you guys don't know how to make
Cook.
soup, maybe we'll make a little video on how to make that.
We're gonna have to
Hey,
step by
food
Soup
step.
is delicious.
I'm
Oh,
serious
man.
though. Yes, do
That
that.
food is
Do that.
There we go. All right.
Food stuff.
Oh man. And Jonathan, how was your day, sir?
Great. I actually I didn't work today at my 9 to 5, so I just focused on the music 100%. All day worked on the SoundCloud, all that, and then my man Andrew hit me up and said he was coming over here, and I was like, for sure, I was coming here. Didn't even ask for your permission. I just
Nope.
came because I knew it'd be all good. This is
Absolutely.
family all day, and then I got here and you guys were like, you're in it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Nope.
Had to get me to do it, but
Heck
let's
yeah,
get it,
heck
dude.
yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all love,
still
man. All
excited,
love.
but you'll
Damn
see
right.
why in a second. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We wanted to have you for a little bit, talk to you.
Oh, it's
You
all
were
love,
here.
man. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
I
We
appreciate
had to
it.
get you on.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
And we definitely wanted to encourage him to come on as well as Andrew because we love connecting with the community. We thought it'd be a little bit more fun if we threw some more faces and these guys have a good opinion on some very interesting things. So
Yeah, especially what we want to dive in today, because Dan and I were ready to talk about a little bit on technology, and we're like, what if we talk to everyone else about technology?
Mhm.
Like, what have you guys dove into? Are you still afraid of your phone? Are you afraid of your laptop? Do you know what they can do?
Oof.
Like, that's why, like,
you
growing
aware?
up,
That's the
When I
headline
did,
right there. Yeah.
I was constantly in the computer, and it's like the first iPod Touch came out, I was like, figuring out everything it can do.
No.
Like, I loved the fact that I could see laptops and iPhones and iPod Touch. That was the first one. I
I
was like,
mean,
whoa.
when did you guys have your first cell phone? 15?
Oh man, 11.
13?
12.
I remember I got my first
That was
flip phone at
15.
11.
I was a little older. Yeah, I was like,
See, nowadays you got 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds going through interfaces on iPads.
That's crazy. And you know, that's what I tell all the older folks out there.
I mean,
like,
they're
hear
going
them,
through straight
yeah.
software and computer software and going from video to video, looking up, searching,
Literally
search
knowing how to.
Yeah.
It's
Helps with spelling and
unbelievable.
reading. Believe it or not,
Oh, no,
spelling
I'm
and
not-
reading.
yes.
That's. I mean, that's a book. What are you doing in a book? You read. You
Yeah.
know, if you're reading stuff on there, you're no. You know.
I
what I'm
mean, you
saying?
remember like the leapfrogs and everything? I mean, back in
Mhm.
school, that
Heck
was
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, we always thought like, man, this is cool.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, they have this, like,
times
what
a
was that?
thousand. Right.
Yeah.
like we were just talking like
Oh.
watching cartoons, and we're, man,
Oh, it's
that'd be
crazy.
great if you could talk to
Yeah.
somebody through the screen.
Yeah.
Middle
Whoa.
school, you're just like, no way, dude, we're on the phone, yeah.
and then
Ah.
high school too.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy too because a lot of stuff didn't even really get like pop until we came out of high school. Like,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people are like, oh, people your age wouldn't know what to do without a phone. Like we're at that age, you know, 20 to
Yep.
like 23 to 27. Like we're at that age. Like half of us really didn't have that stuff until we were
Mhm.
13, 14. Like not,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I don't know about you. 1 through 10, I was outside doing everything, running outside,
Yeah.
playing, making up, playing with wrestlers, all that crap. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
think it was like 8th grade when I got the iPod Touch.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was
that's
like-
when it changed my world.
Yeah, the
Like,
first
I can
iPod,
have-
MP3s,
Yeah.
all yeah, dude. Pop.
Actually, I got in trouble
The
with like
Walkman.
Oh yeah.
Have to walk around the side.
Isn't it crazy? MP3.
Pop
is
your
like a
CD
file.
out, put your CD
Yeah.
back in, baby.
Yeah.
That was 5th
The
grade for me.
headphones
I was
back
constantly
there,
with the Walkman on the
little
bus.
phone
Just,
things.
Yeah, that was on the bus, exactly. Yeah.
Imagine being 90s and 80s. You had that boom.
Yeah,
box.
boom box.
Yeah. Man,
Damn
that's
school
right.
bus,
thing.
everybody
Damn
just
right.
getting mad.
For real.
Oh my goodness.
For real.
It's been crazy growing up too because as we've kind of grown up, more and more cool stuff has come out. So like when I was 11, I remember I got my first flip phone, and then from flip phone we went to Palm Centro and like the BlackBerry and the
Get the
Razor.
The
keyboard.
BlackBerry, dude. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like BlackBerry like set it off in the phone, like advanced phone
Think
business,
about
dude.
think about late '80s where you got like a nice Mercedes Benz and you got the phone in the vehicle
Yeah.
Nokia. and you're making calls on the road. I mean, that's before you even had a cell phone. You know, that's pocket watch. I mean, Nikola Tesla used to say like it was like 1910.
Nikola Tesla, my man.
You know, it is though. He said something about like you know at some point we're gonna be able to transmit our faces through instant communication.
Mm.
We should all
you're
have
gonna,
it for
you're gonna
free,
see
dude.
somebody on your phone. You know, and that's
Mhm.
what they say. Like why we're talking about how epic technology really is. It's probably one of the most powerful tools to date.
Oh yeah.
If it is.
If you don't know who Nikola Tesla is, Google.
Please look him
Yeah.
up.
Search
Oh.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
A lot of Thomas Edison's
Mm.
achievements were based off a lot of his
Yeah.
blueprints. Some people from that day say he stole from. Either way,
He was a pupil of.
you know what Thomas Edison is. I guarantee it. You know who Nikola Tesla is, man. You heard of
Mhm.
Tesla Motors? There you go. Elon Musk. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
look up
Tesla.
Nikola. Yes.
Important person. Very,
Yes,
very
sir.
smart.
Yeah, because that's a man who wasn't afraid of like,
Changed
the future.
humanity, dude.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
one thing I noticed.
2007, he started Tesla. I think 2005, 2007, obviously 2008, the market crashed
Mm-hmm.
in the car business.
Yep.
What's he do? He put $60 million of his own money back into the company over the next 5 years.
Yep.
$60 million of his own money.
Own money.
Damn.
I mean, I think he owns Zip2. He sold Zip2, bought Conquest, sold that. for $300.
PayPal. PayPal.
Yeah,
Elon Musk
started out
owns
with
PayPal,
PayPal stuff.
man. That's crazy. I don't know if
No, he
does
sold
this.
it.
He sold it.
I'm
Thank
pretty
you.
sure he sold it.
Yes, but at that time, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he actually used that money. I think he started it all off $35,000 of his dad's money.
Yeah.
Said go invest it.
Yeah.
And he knew
Yeah.
what to invest in.
He's
Because
an
how many companies
entrepreneur.
do we have now? SpaceX, Hyperloop,
Mhm.
The Boring Company, which is like a flamethrower.
Dude,
I don't even
that's
know
awesome.
why. It's
Yeah.
like
He's sending
and he
rockets.
sold. You know what he sold? Like
Mm.
100,000 units. Flamethrowers. Why not?
Dude, I wanted to get one of those.
This dude is making a blueprint from how to take a rocket from Los Angeles to London.
London. Yeah.
Like that's incredible.
And he's
Like,
actually the
that's,
only-
that's changing humanity. Right
Yeah.
there.
He's the only
Yes.
person in history to send a rocket into space, a recycled rocket.
A recycled rocket.
Yeah,
Use the
and
same
Actually
one.
land it back onto Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I watched those landing videos when they're
Literally,
just like
he landed it.
by themselves. Boom. You're like, get out
And
of
you're
here.
pinpointing that within
That's
what?
hundreds of millions of dollars you just watching. Like, please, please.
That's the type
That's
of people I want to
incredible.
talk to. I
Yes.
want to talk to the ones that are really digging in because like.
Did you ever watch any interviews
Yeah.
with Elon Musk?
Oh,
or
I've
anything?
watched.
Yeah.
He just seems like such a modest, like just in it. Just
He has,
in
so,
the
much, he has so
earth.
much trouble
Yeah.
trying to talk to people though.
Yeah.
Like he's
Oh,
trying to
man.
explain something to people and like, okay, man, this
He's
is so,
fighting with his
this
own
is so
thoughts,
metaphysical, right? This is like so
Ooh.
above a reality of what we seem as.
Because he
reality.
understands so much.
Exactly.
And I saw him in an interview, and the guy asked him, "Hey, what got you into space, and what makes you think you can do all this and whatnot?" And he goes, "I just want to live in a world where the future believes that we could be a planet species. Like I want to live in a reality,
Right.
yeah, where I'm inspired to
That's
go out
incredible.
there and explore more." And he's like, "I just want to live in an awesome reality."
That's incredible.
I thought that was so cool.
And it is possible.
Yeah, he's got
Oh
such an
yeah,
adventurous
oh, it will
mindset.
happen. It will happen.
Man, have you ever gotten told that you're crazy with technology?
Yeah.
I remember, like I was trying to say, with the first iPod Touch, I got in trouble so much in
Oh,
school
Oh yeah.
because they're thinking you're texting. I remember the first time I got like my iPod Touch taken away. I was in science class,
Yeah.
and I'm sitting there taking notes, and they're like, "Hey, you can't be texting." I'm like, "I'm not texting. I'm doing notes." And I kept going. 5 minutes later, comes by, just takes it, throws it in the desk, and they're like, "Take notes." I was like, well, now I can't, so sorry, I'm not gonna. End of the class comes up, starts chewing me out. They're like, you can't be doing this, you're doing this. And I'm like, I wasn't, I was taking notes. They're like, yeah, okay. I was like, open up my screen right now. Sure as shit, opened it up. I showed her how you can slide all the screens. Nothing was open but notes and just a face to have. Because they grew up in a different time. They grew up pencil, paper.
Exactly.
And they think that technology is negative. It's going to take away your attention span. And I liked meeting Day on you guys because you guys are seeing what you can do with simple
It's the
this.
most powerful
I mean,
device in the world.
I saw some.
No question.
I saw some. I don't
No
know.
question.
I don't
There's
In your
no
pocket.
device in the world that is more important than talking about it.
In your
No
pocket.
doubt.
I can't remember where I saw it, but they were talking about how, like U.S. Postal Service mail. What's that transition to? Email. Okay, then you go to networking, meeting people like us, and going out and talking face to face. What is that now? Facebook, social networking.
Mm-hmm.
And the simplest things is like I'm trying to think of another one.
Everything's social media.
And that's what I'm trying. Okay, radio.
Connect.
Radio. You're
Music
tuning into the
wise.
radio. What's a broadcast? What's a podcast?
Yep.
Same exact thing. I feel like just nowadays it's just like I said, they're making more not
They
convenient.
get
We're
that
getting
music from
closer.
the internet.
Right, exactly though.
You're almost
Exact
like
same
cutting out the
point.
middleman to show who you are.
Exactly.
And that's, I
Exactly.
think, what we really want to throw on with this episode and really in this channel. Like we were saying, Dan and I are talking, and we're like, what's the best tools we could use? And so we started thinking about podcasts.
Yep.
We're like, okay, well, we're going to need this type of equipment, this type of equipment, this
Yep.
type of equipment. You try to think difficult. And all of a sudden you start Googling, they're like, no, you just need your phone. You're like, what?
And with technology nowadays, like you just said, talking just about like okay, so like your video editing, the photo editing nowadays. I mean the music production, how much technology, what technology has done to almost everything in the world. You can't really, I mean, even deny it.
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's what's happening. It don't matter.
You-
There's
you
no
can
way
neither
around it.
choose
There's no
right, you
complaining
can-
about what
yes.
it's doing because I'll tell you what, you
Can
are not
either.
gonna make any unless you are literally a like pioneer in the internet business. You're not gonna make a difference. So it don't
The Bill
matter. How
Gates
you,
Steve
it's
Jobs,
happening.
right.
It's gonna happen. Shit's gonna
You
get
gotta learn how
easier.
to use
It's
it.
getting
Getting faster.
faster. Stuff's gonna get easier. People want it right then and there. It
Yes.
don't matter. You can look at it from any perspective you want. My music perspective.
Yep.
I just had a meeting with A&Rs from Capitol Records. That's you know what I'm saying? That's the top. And they told me, do not bring a CD.
Yep.
If you have music to give me, bring it on a USB.
Yeah.
And that's just another
Oh,
proof
yeah.
of the
We're
internet.
getting so away from the
Exactly.
It's a digital age. Like I mean,
Yes.
what's data entry? You're taking old, more or less physical paper and data entering it into a computer. So somebody
Yeah,
can just
you
more or
can
less
reach a lot
wirely-
more rather than paper.
Exactly.
You know, we're not in a time where you have to
Yes.
put a note, a pigeon, throw it out and
Yeah.
expect a message
that's
back in
nice.
like
Send
2
a
months.
send a
It
message.
is nice. It's
send
great,
a bottle
yeah.
SOS.
It's
Let it
great.
float.
And I think what's cool about it is because we're able to reach out to anybody, we can reach out to anybody. So anytime we're trying to do something special, you can get help.
Mhm.
Anytime you're trying to do something
That's what I'm
a little
saying.
bit out of your reach, you can make friends,
It's too-
you can build a team, you can make it happen.
It's 2018. If you don't know how to do something, and you don't know how to go on Google.com
Google it.
Oh,
and
man.
search how to do it.
I've
I've seen people go
GLE.
on Facebook and say, anybody know of a or
What time? This,
anybody
this
know
is,
what time what time this starts tonight? I just want to message back like Google.com question mark. Like you're gonna sit here and wait for somebody to
45
message back.
seconds.
If they
By
already
the time,
missed
like,
it, now you're like,
It's crazy, man. And like you hear, the older folks always, oh, you kids on your. I don't know what my grandparents make Facebook statuses now. That's
Oh, yeah.
that's crazy. Like
Well, no, just
everybody's
like how
Everybody's
to
catching
text.
up now.
Yeah, she just
yeah.
like how
There's
to
there's
text,
nothing
same
wrong
thing.
with it. It's just
I
you gotta
really
know how to
like
use it.
push everyone to actually do that to make like I was saying, know what your phone can do. Otherwise, it is like almost a notebook.
Yeah.
But just like you realize a notebook can either be something you doodle on, just kind of do your homework, or you can take this piece of paper, pen, and make something of yourself.
Yeah.
Same thing with piece of paper. I mean, a phone. You can just use it to call, you can use it to text, or you can get down. What do you want to do with your life?
Yes.
Where do you want to do it? Here's how you start.
I think that's awesome.
You want to
when people
become an
make Facebook
organizational
statuses.
person?
Yeah.
Use your phone. I swear to God, set alarms, set dates on your calendar.
I mean, can you
set
imagine?
meetings?
Calendar.
I mean, I forgot about
You
a
can
meeting
run a business
with
from
Julio
your
at
phone.
9 p.m. when
And it tells
my
you.
alarm's going off at 8:45 saying, hey, you better get to dance.
Mm-hmm.
Julio's
People.
about to call
You post a picture of, oh, I'm eating a sandwich for lunch today. Some people, oh, that's so lame, dude. That's cool because, like, to me, like, can you imagine if you could see your great grandfather or, like, if you could, people 100 years from, forget about
So
all your
Albert
Facebook
Einstein
friends,
quotes.
your family. Can you imagine 100 years from now looking back and seeing this is what my grandmother did on March 17, 1922. She
Yeah.
ate this sandwich.
That
That's
moment.
cool for your family. Can you imagine if we
Yeah.
see Albert Einstein documenting what he did?
Yeah.
Learning
An
Nikola
experiment.
Tesla learning
An
what he did and
experiment.
documenting himself, but we could see those videos.
And
I
that's
think
the
it's.
good-
I don't think there's no
That's the
lame. You know what I'm saying? Like if you
Oh,
get
yeah.
mad at somebody posting a picture of what they're gonna eat, you don't care enough about that person. Delete them off you because
Mhm.
first off, that's a whole deeper problem if you feel negative emotion off seeing somebody post a picture of a sandwich.
Yeah.
But either way,
You're
there's
gonna
just,
hate.
yeah.
You gotta.
The internet's
check your
amazing,
priorities.
dude. It's amazing.
That
Like,
comes down to, I mean, you can pretty much use it for positive reasons or negative reasons.
And
At the end of the day, I mean, you can use it to, I guess, drown your social life and, I guess, your moral understanding of the world, or you can actually go out and research, and it is the www, the World Wide Web. Go find some information.
Yeah,
You know, I actually wanna
Go
add
find
on.
some knowledge.
I'll say I want to add on to the things you were saying. Like, imagine seeing what Albert Einstein was doing this
Oh, no
first
doubt
time.
about it.
Now, the one thing I always thought about with phones and social media, and now what we're available to do is think about all the ideas that weren't recognized.
Oh, no, that's
Someone
true.
built something and they died. That idea
that were in
is
that
gone.
notebook you were talking about. All them
We
thoughts.
missed out on so many more things we could have been ahead of if we would have had the technology we do now. And that's why I really want to push that people learn how to use it.
Dude, you can go back all the way to the Roman Catholics
I was about to
burning
burning
temples
the
of
Library of
information. The
Alexandria.
The African Americans getting invaded in Africa, and that information burned. If that was stored on a file, like you can literally go back. Yes, that
They-
gets my brain like
they-
thousands
they
of
say-
years. Dude.
they
If
say
that was
when the-
stored, bro, like there's no way to just burn it and get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? That's
They
a
say-
great point, Julio.
They say when the Crusaders, you know, what 13th century, whatever, when the Crusaders went through and obviously burned the Library of Alexandria, we lost 100,000 years of human evolution.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Tapping
saying.
on my bad.
We could have been
But-
where we're at now. We just don't, well, not literally, but at so to
In the
speak,
same
we
sense.
just don't know
Yes.
it. We don't know it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Real quick
The
second.
untold truth.
Mark Hogger said he's thinking of how fast DJing has changed.
DJ, yes,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
DJ.
Music
I
equipment,
watched a movie.
yes.
I watched a movie the other day,
The synthesizer changed.
and a dude was talking. It was a movie, a documentary on Just Blades, who's coming up right now, and he was talking about when he got out of the penitentiary and went to a house, and he was like, all right, so where's the scratch boards? And they're like, right here. He's like, what the hell is that? And it was just little things, dude. Compared, back in the '80s, dude, the
You got
whole
a-
thing.
you
Now
got a
it's just
whole
literally.
vinyl.
And the dude was jumping like this. He's like, "What's he using to DJ, man? He's not even doing nothing, And like literally, that's a good
Everything's
point. It's,
looping.
just-
Yeah.
it's getting easier, man.
The
It's getting
production of
easier.
it, the mixing and mastering exactly, you can loop.
Not to take anything away from making
Oh,
the beat
nothing
themselves,
at all.
because them
Yeah.
producers are great themselves. But yeah, when it comes to the live shows, and
But that's when you even hear like look at how big EDM's blown up and so many different of these genres are coming around, like chill step, all these crazy different genres because people are
And
finding
electric
different
sound.
sounds and being able to put them in different melodies and more or less transcend the sound to something completely different, like a cowbell sound. Like I saw some dudes playing a saxophone with a traffic cone off the bottom of it. It's literally like dubstep sax.
That's
It's like
epic.
boom, 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 but
it's
it's
an amazing sound.
But he was in like New York City.
Heck yeah.
Been promoting his stuff. I mean, now he's
That's
traveling.
awesome.
I mean, NPR. If anybody loves music, check out NPR's Tiny Desk concerts. They always have people. It's actually in the office,
Yeah.
but they always have
For the tiny desk.
amazing artists.
I think
on
I
to
have
come
two.
through. Yeah,
I come around.
NPR Tiny
Did
Project
he?
or Tiny.
Yeah.
To get
concert,
big?
I think is what it's called.
I don't know if that's what
Like
he
early
did
on
to
his
get big,
career,
but
lately?
But it was
Yeah.
Early on his career.
Recently, years ago.
Okay.
That's
recently, years
That's cool.
ago. I'm
I mean,
I'm
that's not the definition
I'm
of
messing with
recently.
you.
I mean, if you're 30 years old, recently.
That's
years
a-
ago, hey,
Good
shoot.
argument.
Shoot.
No, even
Shoot.
with like the DJ.
Shoot.
I have to like throw the link on it, but remember that video we were watching with the guy that's like hitting the drums behind him? He's got the visuals and he
Yeah.
changed the, you've seen that one?
Mhm.
I think so.
He's
Yeah.
like
On
goes to a room,
Facebook.
he's just going away, and she starts DJing with a set of like drums around him,
Oh, no,
and he's got
Oh,
a
it's
whole,
360.
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
like
like the key.
3/4 of a
Like-
box.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Have
but
you
I
seen the
wanna see it.
keyboard, the 360 keyboard?
Take me,
Yeah,
I wanna see that.
I'm gonna have to put that in
That's
there.
crazy.
Because if that can
The
even get
electric
somebody
drum
who's
set.
DJing, knows how to drum, if they can recreate that and create the music that way, let us know.
They have
'cause
electric-
I saw that and that was blew my mind.
The mini
Yeah.
pads, they have electric
That'd be
mini
cool
pads.
to
too.
see.
Yeah,
There's
that.
two same things. So you have
Oh.
sets and everything else. And that's even taking away, like Jonathan said, it's not taking away from not being able to play the instrument. A lot of people can't play instruments
You're
like
showing
that.
your creativity different.
Differently.
I mean, if you make
Great way to
if
put
you make an instrumental with a lot, I mean, you can get the
You can
snare,
hear the
the
difference.
808, all that on a
Uh-huh.
keyboard. But if you play the actual instrument, you will most likely
Hear the difference. You know what I mean? If you have a musical ear, not like
Yeah.
that, but I mean.
A lot of the top people, that's why, like even top like trap rappers, you see a full band behind them at their
Yep.
concerts because if you can really, it's just more real.
Grizz Grammatic, they have full drum bands, full drum line with sax, horn section,
Uh-huh.
percussion section. I mean, that's why people are just doing it right. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That
I
was
would love to
one
go
way
to
to do
band
it.
camp back in school, you know? But
Band. I'm telling you, y'all.
Yeah, you were
Band
killing
was
it.
amazing.
What'd you play then?
Oh, snare, man. I
Snare?
was lead snare.
That's that musical
Man.
love right there. Man.
Oh man,
I
love
appreciate
every
that.
day of
I
that.
appreciate that.
Oh my goodness, drumline forever.
So I could see it as like a French horn.
That's my stuff. If I
French
wasn't a
horn?
rapper, I'd be
My
a
old
drummer.
brother did
So
trumpet.
that's
Did
my
he?
stuff.
There
Oh
you
man,
go.
drumming is the bomb.
Yes.
Man, that's
And the auxiliary, the bells, the crash cymbals, the triangle. I'll play a mean triangle, y'all. Get your
That's
triangle
rhythm.
on.
You play the drums, you got some rhythm. I'll
Oh
tell you that.
man,
Woo!
I have a drum.
I'm getting excited right now.
man, this is a hot spot. I tell
Yeah.
you what, we were excited to bring them on because we knew they had a good amount of information on this topic.
And yeah, they've been thinking just as much. Is there like anything other else? Because I know Dan and I, we've talked a few more. Because I see two on the list that we really kind of want to talk about. I've
Oh,
really been looking
yeah.
into VR and stuff, and we've talked a lot about drones.
Virtual reality and
Yeah.
drones. Wow.
I don't know how far you guys.
I'm
have
gonna
dug
play
into
with it just as an opening statement. Drones for one. Okay, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you sitting here right now and you say, you know what? I'd like to go aggressive hiking sometime down at Devil's Lake. And when I go, I want to take a good picture. But I don't want to take a selfie. I want to take a good picture. How about I bring my drone with me?
Wow.
I'll fly him up about 10 feet away from me. Angle nice and pretty. Perfect picture. Just one of the capabilities you can do with a drone. I'm telling you, I'm going to start going aggressive hiking and then scouting out ahead of me with like a supercharged drone. And then I'm going to take freaking videos.
Well, they got drones that
with the
follow you
drones.
now.
Yeah, they're
You
automatic.
can
You
just
can
GPS to
motion
your
with them.
phone,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
Oh, drones are
I remember
legit.
that. What video did you have that drone shot? In
Arista
in
Washington, the
Janesville,
first,
Arista
yeah,
Washington,
it was
Really?
like three,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like 3
It's an
years ago.
overshot
Check
of
it out.
Janesville. He goes over top pretty much like the Rock River and kind of like
The
shoots
music
back
video is called
downtown.
Show and Tell, but yeah, if you're from Janesville, especially Beloit, hey, if you know Janesville,
good shot of
look at
Janesville.
that.
Good
It's,
shot of
yeah,
Janesville.
Arista Washington did great. She brought the drone out there, and it's crazy, dude. It's a great shot of Janesville.
It really
yeah.
is.
Heck
Really
yeah.
is.
And that was like 3 years ago.
Oh man, that's super
Time
dope.
flies.
It's definitely improved.
Yeah.
since then.
Time flies.
Recently.
Yeah.
Man, it feels like just yesterday we were in high school, man.
What
Just
do you-
in high school. The amount that has changed in the last 5 years since we've been out of high school, now drones, we can talk about freely and everybody knows about them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Artificial intelligence, we can talk about it and
Oh,
people might have
Yeah,
heard a
Scratch the head,
snipple
scratch
around.
the head.
Yeah.
But
But
even-
even we're that far.
To bounce
Mm.
back to VR, I mean, even that, like, we were some of the, like, my older brother, a lot of 90s kids, it was gaming.
Heck yeah. Hold that thought real quick. We gotta let go of our man here,
Oh,
Jonathan.
I'm sorry, that's so crazy.
Who was-
I
who was
told
dude?
you that before I started, so just
Who was
know I'm
dude?
not being a dick right now. I
No.
gotta slide out. I got places I gotta go. Thank you so much to Communities Connected.
Thank you guys for
Mhm.
stopping by.
Amazing, I love it here. It's true love every time I walk in the house. I love it, Julio. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
My
man.
man Andrew, my brother forever. You already
Oh,
know what it
feel
is. I'm the Mid City Kid. This is gonna continue being great, so stay watching. But I'm out of here. I love y'all. Peace and love.
Bam!
Later, good sir.
Now,
We don't want to hear it.
I know we just cut you off in a little bit of a weird way, but about
No, back about
You're talking about
bouncing-
video games
Yeah,
and stuff.
VR. I mean, I truly believe like my brother and I,
Thank
he
you.
was
Thank you,
91.
sir.
You know, a lot of us, we started gaming. Like, what do you do on your iPod? How you think you're playing Snake jokes? Like, you're playing Tetris? No, I mean, to the point we grew up with so much technology as we were 13, 14, 15 that our brothers, sisters, older siblings, say 3, 4 years older, got that 3, 4 years earlier. And you're like, dude, what is this? I remember like Crash Bandicoot. They just recreated
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. And
Wait,
it
what
is
is it?
amazing.
yeah.
It's the exact same controls, everything. I'm like, dude, yes, you didn't change anything. I feel like I can go back to 2008 and play this.
Yes.
It's amazing. But going back to it, like I feel like one of the biggest industries, and I'm almost positive they say it's like the third biggest industry by 2025 is going to be like electronic sports, esports.
Yeah.
I mean, they're selling out
Oh.
arenas in Hong Kong and Beijing of people playing World of Warcraft and playing or what's League of Legends and all
Yeah.
this. I never got into any of that, but like RuneScape was back in
Yeah.
our day. RuneScape,
Yeah.
I always played. Sims
Like
was
Overwatch,
my
all that's
favorite thing.
going
You want to talk about virtual
Yeah.
reality? Sims.
Yeah.
Sims is the perfect example of virtual reality.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that was the
You-
start because you
that
could,
is like
run.
bro. You could build your own.
They get hungry.
Oh,
they
it
have a
was
bathroom. You
everything.
got
They
a shower.
poop on the ground. You have to clean the fish. Oh, it's like what is going on? I only want one person. I can't have 3 kids. I can't have 2 wives. Why do you have 2 wives? I don't know.
Yeah, starting out.
One came in my house.
in the game.
No, I mean it goes back to like so much gaming too is to get away from reality. You know, sometimes life gets too
Can
stressful.
be.
and everything. Exactly, I'm using it from the the backside of it. I mean,
Okay.
a lot of people game just to get their mind off daily just issues, man. Exactly, just put your mind somewhere else for a little bit. Just forget about what's going on.
Yeah, everyone
Kinda
likes going
just-
in their happy place.
Exactly, exactly. There's nothing wrong with going diving in. Like VR nowadays, you got the Oculus, you
Oh,
put that
man.
on, you can sit there and ride a roller coaster, you can sit there and walk in the jungle in Africa, and it's just, it's crazy. I mean, some of the things you can do nowadays.
Yeah, and I think video games are going to play a bigger role because where video games, you can interact with the
With-
future that's
exactly.
in front of you.
Yep.
So especially with
The
virtual
education-
reality, where you can react to something in virtual reality, so it's even more engaging. We could be developing whole new learning platforms.
Oh, no,
We could be
right.
schooling. We could be learning new skills. You could be getting a whole bunch of job training so much faster by the use of engagement with a video operation system.
Yep.
It's going to change the
And
world.
that's something that's so hard about, like I was saying earlier, Jonathan brought up Einstein.
Mm.
You know, he said the day I fear is the day technology surpasses human interaction. You just put that so well is don't lose human interaction through technology.
Yep.
Yeah.
Use them cohesively.
Yes.
Don't use
As a
it to
multiplier.
exactly.
Yeah. Because
Couldn't have
anything
said-
can
couldn't
get
have
out
said
of
that.
hand.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
oh, I just love the fact that we, like I said, we were able to grow up and see
Episode-
how it progressed. 30. We're just talking technology. today.
Technology.
Epic tech today, man.
Epic tech.
Tech has been changing
Yeah,
things.
dude, I was always like constantly on stuff. Like as soon as like I was saying iPods, as soon as I was able to like actually go into iTunes or how to drive iTunes. When
Yeah.
YouTube, when I was first told about YouTube, I typed in U and two,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, then
pretty
YouTube.com.
sure- I'm
I was
pretty-
like, what's this YouTube everybody was talking about? It took me a whole week.
I'm pretty sure when
Wow.
it first came out, it was supposed to be a dating site. You're supposed
Really?
to. I'm almost positive. Don't quote me on it. Just go
Okay.
maybe look it up.
We'll do our
Fact check
research.
me. Put it in the comments. Hey, you actually right. I'm wrong. Tell me.
Let us know.
But I'm pretty sure you used to like put up more or less just photos of you like, hey, my name's Dayon Young. I love doing podcasts and long walks on the beach. Give me a call. And you post it, you know, and you get 6 views and go check
There
out
you
the
go.
video.
How you doing?
But nowadays, what do we have? We have
Oh man, nowadays it's
Tinder,
exploded.
freaking POF, whatever. Well, I can't even think of all these crazy.
YouTube
No,
nowadays, you understand YouTube a lot better than I do. Can you tell us your experience with YouTube so far, Julio?
Just like Google, if you want to know something, you will find it. Me personally, I am more of a visual learner. Seeing someone do it, that's how I learn. So I don't really Google stuff. I'll YouTube stuff. If I need it, like when I was figuring out how to do audio, put on YouTube how to go live on Facebook.
Yep.
You can literally ask
Step
the
by step.
question on YouTube. Don't feel dumb. And YouTube, like you said before, when I used to use YouTube as a kid, I was watching the funniest videos that came out, the new music videos, like what goofy thing is this person doing?
Mm-hmm.
And like it was fun. But if you really dive into what you can utilize this tool with, now, like I'm saying, I know one of my friends is learning how to fix cars every single time. He's like, how do I change out this part? And there's a video of someone showing you.
Yep.
So if you're not a type of learner that can learn from reading best, but you're a visual learner, I definitely say crack down on YouTube. Any question you have, start using
And
it.
going back to podcasts being radio and email being mail, that's one of the ones I forgot. They're comparing normal TV commercials to YouTube. You can do
Yeah.
it the same exact way.
Yeah, I don't think anyone, like especially in our generation, saw that YouTube would be what it
We
is today.
Actually,
oh my goodness.
I mean,
Like everyone's be like, man, you're a YouTuber, you're wasting time. And I'd hear like other YouTubers talking about it as I was watching them, and I was like, that's interesting. And next thing you know, 2 years after, they're like, hey, we can start running a business, doing this, learning how to brand themselves. And that's why I love technology.
and that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I mean, I hate to bring up like drop shipping, and there's so many new methods, and I guess what do you want to say?
business models.
Business models of ways to not cut out the middleman, but more or less become the middleman. I mean, there's so many
Solve a
big
problem.
companies and trades that are going out that the jobs aren't going to be taken, and it's going to be filled
Create
with
new ones.
exactly with new ways of making those jobs as well. So instead of the Shopco's and Sears and Big K, you have Amazon, you have Etsy, you have all these different websites that you can. I mean, anybody can make a domain name. Anybody
Yeah.
can buy one.
That's-
Anybody can get www.juliosanchez.com.
Yes, real
And
quick.
you can put anything on there, and you can monetize it, and you can make money off it.
Absolutely.
Why aren't you doing it?
Oh my goodness. As an entrepreneur nowadays, I know if any of y'all watch Gary Gary
Gary
Vaynerchuk,
Yes.
that man will
Yep.
tell you, as an entrepreneur nowadays, the
It's funny.
opportunity is unlimited.
Yeah,
What
especially
you can
so.
do with just your phone, with just some friends, in just a house is unbelievable. Like, no one in history has been able to do what we can do because of the access that we have to luxurious resources.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of abundance we have at our fingertips so easily has never been seen before ever. If you take advantage of the time we're in right now, the future will change based on your will.
No
You
doubt
know,
about
what
it.
I really see like changing over time is what we used to talk about was movies. Like we said, nowadays people can start creating their own little short skits, can
Yeah.
start doing whatever they want, just something simple as YouTube, or like we're doing
Yeah.
Facebook. Before, if you wanted to get recognized, you had to like go through so many ropes and challenges to try to get that big guy to notice you and like, hey, I'll give you a spot on my show. That's great. That's still hard work, but
Mhm.
I feel the sense of like just how accomplished you feel from being able to start from scratch, 100%
Yeah.
run it independently and do it on your own. I really see like the movie industry, music
That
industry,
satisfaction.
how it's going now is instead of now people looking to get hired by a label, they're looking to start their own label.
Oh, no doubt
Now
about it.
instead of looking to be hired by Hollywood, they're creating their own Hollywood out of their basement.
Yeah.
And I love the fact, I love those people who have a bigger, broader mind that's like, what do I have in front of me? How can I use it? Oh, I love technology. I'm sorry.
Oh man, no, absolutely. I love
No
it.
doubt about it.
Oh man. So Andrew, and I'm gonna ask you because you have a really good way with technology. I've seen him with a camera. He has his he has his page, the Third Eye View.
Did I view yet?
Andrew,
yeah,
how-
pineal gland.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell him.
No, I mean, Third Eye View, I mean, it's really basically off Jonathan. We more or less were planning a lot of tours and stuff a couple years back. I'm like, man, we really need something just to promote other than just J-Ville. I mean, it's just about promoting yourself and interconnecting each other to promote each other. I'm saying like cross-platform, whatever you want to say exactly.
I feel you.
The terminology of more or less using each other
Mhm.
for your own benefits, which is
Say that
never to
again.
say it. But I mean, really, it just came down to I bought a camera. It was like $1,300. I've made my money back within the first 6 months. I mean, you just gotta realize how, like you said, how to utilize what you have in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
That $1,300 you have to save for it. It's not going out on a Friday night. It's not going out for that steak and mashed potatoes
Yeah.
on Friday and it's dropping $30. I mean, you don't spend that $30. 10 times you got $300.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do that 4 times, you got that $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to buy that camera. I mean, it's just you gotta utilize your opportunities.
Yes.
I mean, I guess that's what it comes down to. I mean, really, like I said, that's why Communities Connected is perfect. You know, me and my brother had an idea way back, the same things, revolutions. It's the same thing, just more or less trying to there are so many people doing great things. How can we more or less have people find their potential? You know,
Mhm.
everybody's gifted. Nobody ever. Some people just never open that package.
Yeah.
You know, nobody sometimes
They don't double down on their
see
skills.
exactly like Pandora's box. You can see that other side of the coin. Maybe you don't want to open what's in it because you're not ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not ever ready or wanting to take a risk, when are you ever going to take that opportunity?
Yeah.
I mean, that leap of faith. I mean, how many times you see that picture? Somebody's digging, the other guy keeps digging. I mean, it's that far from gold. It turns around.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Could have kept digging that much farther, you would have been there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what it is. I mean, you keep going, and sooner or later, the world will give you what you need back. And John's music is a perfect example. What you guys are doing right now is a perfect example.
Mm.
I mean, even my photography, I'm starting to apply to make money back on it. You know, it's
Yeah.
the simplest things. Is it about money? No, but money makes the world go round. You gotta live off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Money isn't important. I mean, same days as what you can do with your money.
Yeah.
And what you can do helping people. I mean, that's why so many people, as
Yeah, and I think-
entrepreneurs like Gary Vee, I mean, he's on episode like 375.
Yo.
I have his audio experience right on my phone. I have like 6 of his books. Crushing It, Jab,
Jab, right hook.
Right Hook.
Mm.
What else? I mean, he has so many. yes.
So much.
Gary
content.
Vaynerchuk. Check him out.
Yeah.
He's a man.
And that was the whole thing. He took his parents' wine company
Yeah.
and pretty much just made an online library explaining like aromas, taste, smell, whatever about the wine, and people were like,
Spreading information at a faster pace.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Adding value.
Because he
Long
knew, he can
distance
tell you
max.
exactly about a wine. He knew his skills as being a
Exactly.
salesperson.
he found like
He could have
deep
gone door to
niche.
door to door.
Yep.
Instead, he went computer to computer, computer, and just realized how much faster he can reach people, how much easier it actually becomes. Because you do have that access of now, it's maybe going to take you 20 minutes to hit these 10 houses.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit 500 people by the press of a enter.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's just good to go.
And that's why it's always important to stay up to date
Yes.
with the things that are going on around you.
Mhm.
So
True,
in today's
guys.
day and age, and for all time, things are going to be happening, advances are going to be made, changes are going to occur around you at all times. If you're with the spin of things, if you're paying attention to what's going around you,
Action.
you're prepared,
Yes.
you're light on your feet, and you're flexible, and you're comfortable in organized chaos. Gary
Organized chaos,
Vaynerchuk
yes,
talks
sir.
about, look, the people who are going to win moving forward in the future are the ones who get comfortable in organized chaos. Embrace how crazy things are, enjoy it, learn from the process, move forward with steam, man.
I think one of his other quotes are, he's like, so too many people have sprint shoes on. He's like, I got my marathon shoes on.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yep.
shortcuts don't pay off in the long run. If you're
Mhm.
willing, you want that instant gratification, which is the downside of technology sometimes. You do get that instant gratification. But at the same time, what you can do with that power, like you said, you have more power than the president 35 years ago with your
Yep.
smartphone.
Mm-hmm.
You can influence, motivate, truly change anybody's life with the click of a button.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a post, I had something on my Instagram. I love how spiritual you are of a person, how much you pass on like, passionate knowledge or something like that. And I was just like blown away. I'm like, well, thank you. I haven't seen her in 5 years. It was all
Right,
yeah.
That's cool as crap. And it was off a picture of an ocean.
Yeah, it's nice when you see that someone else can take that message
Message.
and you add it to that.
Message.
That's what I was saying. Like, I was just blown away walking into the gym. Now people are like, "Hey, we really like what
Love
you're
this
doing." And I was like, "Whoa!" Just kind of struck me, and I didn't know how to handle it. It just made me nervous. I'm like, "Oh, there's too much attention." But that is why we wanted to do it. We
That's what
wanted
makes
to
you
bring
grow.
positivity. We wanted
sir.
to make sure if there's any chance we can get you excited about trying something new, not being afraid of technology, not being afraid of life, period.
Oh, yeah.
There is, like you're saying,
Shot.
opportunities. There's actually like a movie I was watching, and Rachel and I were watching. The quote was like, "Things don't happen for a reason; they almost happen at a random." But it's, are you gonna realize you have an opportunity, and what will you do with that opportunity? It was like it was a longer quote than that, but it was long that. And I had always kind of thought about it. Things happen for a reason. Things will happen at randomly, but are you gonna recognize this is an opportunity you should jump on? Are you?
And everything happens for you.
The cliche
Mhm.
quote, the best things happen unexpectedly.
Yeah.
The person, the woman that comes in your life, or the time in your life that you just mark out in your book, and that's a chapter of my life. I always go back and be able to remember that.
Mm.
More or
Life
less,
is awesome.
you gotta use what you have to your ability, and if you're not gonna do it, don't complain about not being able to do something.
Yep. And don't worry about the resources that you have. Be
Go to
resourceful.
your local public
with the
library.
resources that you
I
have.
hate to be like that. Public libraries are perfect.
Oh yeah.
There's books galore. There's internet connection.
Mhm.
There's librarians right there to
Oh,
teach you some things.
There you go. Reach out to mentors. Reach out to friends. Have some fun.
Real
Yes,
quick,
sir.
what did Gonzalo say?
I often tell my people that my jujitsu is a controlled chaos. For me, everything is clear, but for my opposition, it's chaotic and nothing seems to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Getting comfortable with controlled chaos.
Yeah, being under pressure. That's
That's
why.
what Gonzalo.
Read the next move. Be trying to be 2 steps, 3 steps ahead, playing
Yep.
chess.
And that's what I like about jiu-jitsu. That's the one place where you should expect the unexpected.
Oh man.
Have you been studying up on this person? Do you think you have an idea? Well, guess what? Maybe he knows you're studying, so he's going to change his game plan just a little bit.
Yep.
That's why I love being in things like wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I don't worry about who's in front of me. I just see it as an opponent, a friend as well, and I'm going to see what I can do.
Come back to technology, film, being able to watch somebody else. I mean, back in the day, who am I wrestling? Oh, Jim Jones. Oh,
What's
who's
his
the
record?
word?
That's all you got.
What's the word?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't. You weren't able to actually like more or less break down, like you said, and realize kind of how this man fights, how this man comes into mentally a fight.
Yeah,
Nowadays,
You can even watch your opponent's video, or you can watch your own. Through both, you can learn a lot.
so much.
Yeah.
You do so much for yourself.
Yeah, I love Kobe Bryant. When he first got into the league, he went up against some of the fiercest competitors in the league of his time, like Allen Iverson. And I remember there was a couple of documentaries where he talked about some of the first times that he played AI, and AI would just whoop him, and he would take it so hard. He'd be like, "I'm gonna win." So he studied so heavily every move, every game that AI had played in. He even went so far as to research how great white sharks attack their prey.
Mhm.
He said he was so obsessed, so fixated on beating him, the next time he played them, his defense was absolutely unstoppable. That's how he created the Black Mamba. Man, Kobe Bryant's an inspiration to me. Man, I had to put that in there.
I don't
You
know.
can research your competition like no other now. You can research your life like no other.
Yes,
You
sir.
can find so much clarity in the world around you, in your inner person, just by reaching out there and finding some new information.
Mhm.
Have it out there.
Well, I think we're.
We touched about every topic.
Are we good to wrap?
We really
I actually
did.
have two questions then.
Yeah?
I
Hit 'em.
Just as we were talking. So, first of all, my first question is, doesn't matter what age you are, what were you like when you first started seeing new technology? Were you afraid? Were you excited? And if you were afraid, why were you afraid? I really want to know what held you back from going into phone. Because I know as we were growing up, there's some people that are like, I'll never get a cell phone. I'm never going to get a smartphone. That's too much.
My mom.
And they're missing out on opportunities.
Oh, yeah,
So I want to
seriously.
know, what is the reason behind your negative thinking on technology? And what can we do to maybe change it for you?
Yeah.
Because I think, like, just use it.
Heck yeah. I like that.
Use it.
And I'm going to add one more question.
Use
just
it
for
or
the
you
sake
lose
of
it. Right.
How has technology impacted your life the most? In what area, or just plain in general, how has technology impacted your life the most? 3 solid questions for you.
Alright.
I don't think I have
Until
a
next
question.
time, guys. I'm Dayon Young.
Julio Sanchez.
You're Andrew.
Yes, sir.
And this was Communities Connected on episode 30.
Yeah!
Had to get him.
He even ducks for us. He's the freaking man.
Ayo.
Did I win?
Nailed it.
Peace!
That's hilarious. I thought it was actually a good hit.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you guys
you
started
do
off so.
We just had 7 people live.
Really?
Yeah. They stopped.
I'm just sitting there watching.
There was 10 live?
Yeah.
Sitting
Yeah?
there, 10 o'clock, like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying! Bro, that shit's dope.
Oh.
Yeah, we had Kyle, Mark, we had some person with the 27, Rachel, some other person, Gonzalo, Dylan Johnson, Alex, and Kevin Bouchard.
Hey, yo, I saw Kevin give us some love.
Shout out to
There were some
Boosh.
comments
Shout out
that you
Boosh.
Someone
talked
shared it?
about.
Someone already shared it?
Yeah.
Well, I-
Boom.